What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I am here tonight with the review for Love and Hip Hop Hollywood, Season 6, Episode 10. Damn, we had Episode 10, so this season is almost over. I know they filmed a reunion, I think, next week. The episode is titled Struggle Bus. So, you guys, without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and just jump right into the video. Alright, so I'm going to start up with the nothing of the episode. So, we saw Bug. Bug was meeting up with Marcus Houston. And they're still talking about this, this TBT tour. Which, again, I have to ask the question, who asked for it? Is anybody going to the tour? I haven't really heard anything about it in a minute. Because some of the names on the tour just don't really stand out that well to me. Like Jay Holiday. Like, I can only think of two songs from Jay Holiday. I think he got that Suffocate song and is Bed his? Is see how much I know. And then B5, I don't know anything about B5. But he has Bug has LDB there as well. And LDB still feels like things should be equal between he and Marcus. But Marcus tries to explain it like, I'm gonna have to perform more songs. So it's like extra set, so he should get that extra money. But what he says, for the sake of the group and for this tour, he will come down on a percentage. And Bug is once again happy about this. So he was like, he want to bring Ray onto the tour. And then, Marcus says, well, Ray and I have some issues with each other. He's like, oh crap, man. So now you got to get Ray and Marcus together. So then we see Bug. He is meeting with Ray. And, Ray is not Ray, but Marcus, not Marcus, but Bug is talking to Ray about coming out to the LA show and then doing this tour with Immature and the other access in the tour. And Ray is talking about he has this issue with Marcus Houston because of a TV show he was supposed to be on. And he said the show. I'm like, and you know what? I do remember cuts. Vaguely, I remember cuts. But, Ray has an issue about the show Cuts. Ray felt like he should have been on Cuts instead of Marcus Houston. He said he told Marcus about it. He told him about him getting the getting the role, but then it comes out that Marcus got the role. And I'm like, but how you got a role the day before you get the role? You just been cocky, huh? Oh, I didn't mean to lie. Got a little loud right there. You just been a little bit cocky. So you technically didn't have the role. And Marcus said his manager called him and told him about it. His manager, agent, whoever called him and told him about it. And he said, you weren't even at the table read. And, the screen test. And Ray was like, that's not even the case. I had already had it. If you weren't at the screen test or the table read or none of that shit, you didn't fucking have a job. And even if you go to the table read and they have somebody else and they're like, oh, we want someone else, you didn't have the job. So Ray, get over that bullshit. And he got over it. He says, you know what, it's cool. We can go on this tour. We can see how things play out. But we need to change the name from Immature to Ray Mature. I'm like, here we go with Ray and this bullshit. But I'm glad that they were able to squash that shit. It didn't go any longer than what we're about to talk about in just a minute. So stick with me for that one. Alright, so now the episode, it actually started up with the shit that ended last week when, Paris, Zell, and Brittany B getting into it. So they are still arguing with each other. So Apple gets upset. She's like, she didn't come here to deal with this shit, them arguing. So Apple gets off the bus and they have another car there. And then, they trying to get, production is trying to get Brittany B off the bus. And, she does get off the bus. And then Booby go up to talk to her. And Booby is trying to mediate, talking about how she's wrong. And I'm like, now, Brittany B is not my favorite person on this show right about now, but Brittany B was not wrong. Brittany B didn't do anything wrong on this bus. That was Zell and Paris, old big waddling ass that started this shit. Like, they were the ones over there whispering under their breath about Brittany B. Like, clearly, everybody knew that they were talking about her. But it is the fact that Booby is friends with Paris, so he gonna take her for his friend. But you got to be able to call your friend out on her bullshit. Your friend started that shit with Brittany B. Now, the fact that Brittany B called herself the Millennium Rosa Parks because she was not getting off their bus, I said, no, what you will not do is sit here and besmirchify her name. Like, really? Millennium Rosa Parks. So Brittany B, she's not gonna get off the bus. So then she gets back on the bus, and production is telling Zell and Paris. Actually, the production is telling Zell he needs to get off the bus, and Zell's not trying to get off the bus. He's still going off on Brittany B. Now here's my thing with Zell. I did not agree with anything that Zell was doing. If Paris and Brittany B have the issue, which are two females, you need to stay out of it because you a man and those are two women. Let the women handle their shit and you mind your fucking business. But no, Zell has to get involved in it. And I'm like, okay, here we go. So then Zell does get off the bus. So Paris, she's on the bus. So Brittany B goes over to Paris. She's like, you know what? I need to come to you woman to woman and apologize to you. She said, I wasn't trying to be shady. And, you know, Paris is just not sitting here trying to listen to what the girl is saying. And the girl is actually sitting here fucking apologizing to her big ass. And here she is not listening to her. Like, girl, you full of shit. And then she's like, well, I feel like you should have did this with Zell on the bus. No. Zell has been an ass. And a rude ass at that. Like, no. Paris got on my fucking nerves. And then, you know, well, Brittany B's like, you know what, I'm tired of talking. So she gets up and Paris throws a drink at her and tries to swing on her. I'm like, why would you sneak her? Yeah, that was actually a sneak. Yeah, she knew you threw a drink on her, but she didn't expect for you to, you know, if you're gonna try to fight a person, at least square up with them and let them know, like, what's up? Like, we finna get it popping. But no, Paris is a punk, pussy person to me. Like, come on, like it's the same shit you did to K Michelle last season when you threw the drink in K Michelle's face. Just weak as fuck. Like, I don't even like talking about people like that, but Paris is weak in my eyes. And then Apple gets mad because when Apple got off the bus, like you can see Apple's clothes was drenched. And I'm like, really? And Paris talking about she don't know why she got into it with her. Because you threw a whole drink on her. Like, if you want to fight Brittany B, tell Brittany B, square up, like I'm tired of your shit. But you can say that because Brittany B had just apologized to you. So you would look stupid. So Paris and Zell get off the bus, and you know they in the car going off, and they don't know why they got put off because you guys started to shit with her for no fucking reason. So then 7 hours in, they make it to the house in Vegas, and Little Lyric is at the house. So she's asking like, "Where's Zell and Paris?" And Apple and Brittany B were like, they got off the bus because we got into it. Well, they got into it with me. And then, Little Lyrica calls Zell on FaceTime, and Zell is going off about it already. And then I'm actually on Brittany B's side. Like, why would you sit there and call them in front of me? They obviously gonna know that I'm here, so they gonna go off. Like you could have at least went into another room and you could be like, you know what? Since you said y'all got into it, just try to keep the peace. I'm gonna try to see where they are and see if I can, mediate this in some kind of way. But no, you gonna sit there and do it in front of her. So then Brittany B and Little Lyric get into it with each other. I'm like, oh my god, this shit is stupid. Like, what the fuck? So when they get into it, production has takes Apple and Brittany B to their car where they have going to a hotel. So finally Zell and Paris make it there, and Little Lyric is asking them what happened. They tell their little rendition of what happened, which was bullshit. Oh God. So then, I'm gonna go into the next day because we saw Little Lyric at one point. She was crying because Clutching Pearls, aka Auntie Faye, he's out there at the pool party, living his best life. Then, well, yeah, that's it. And, she was also talking about how she was numb to the cheating of him. I'm like, okay. All I can think about was just how annoying Paris and Zell are. Like, seriously, how fucking annoying they are to me. Like, they just got on my damn nerves. But we're gonna move on, you guys. And then last year, you guys, Apple and his ghetto ass family reunion that she went to. Ooh, so she introduces Brittany B to her family. Family is ghetto as hell. Um, so they talk about the bus ride there. She talking about how she got out of character. I'm like, man, you can't help but love Apple. So then she asked the question of where are her grandma and her three sisters, Porsche, Lexus, and Mercedes. I'm like, God damn, her mama must have wanted those cars really badly to name her daughters after cars: Porsche, Mercedes, and Lexus. Porsche, Mercedes, and Lexus. I died laughing. There's a fucking bug in my apartment. God damn, I'm sick of these bugs. Um, and they said that they didn't want to come. That's fine. So then we see Apple. She goes off to have this little deep conversation with her son, and the whole time she was having that conversation with him, Lahoma was just sitting there looking like, okay. And then she started crying. He just really sat there and looked like, you done? Oh, you done? Are you done? Like, he was not phased at all. But you guys, this episode, it was a little bit better. Not really. I don't know what's going on with Hollywood this season. It just ain't really given like it normally does. But that was a video. That was the episode. This video might not be long at all. Be sure to like the video, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys later.